Greetings, folks. How are we all doing? I'm gonna quickly pull something up and then we will get right to the game. Promise. My name is Coinstamp for people who don't know. The stream structure is definitely a bit different tonight. So please don't be alarmed if things are different compared to normal. I promise this is not a permanent feature. How are we all doing on this fine night? Okay, so go ahead and swap things over to the correct screen. Greetings, everybody. My name is Coinstamp, or Swirling Vortex, or Steven. Welcome back to the second episode for tonight, in the Lies of P, a Soulsborne or a Souls-like game made by NeoWiz Games and Round 8 Studios. It is inspired by Bloodborne mechanically and by a children's book or children's tale called The Adventures of Pinocchio, written by Carlo Lorenzini. The Adventures of Pinocchio was published in 1881. The man died in 1890, so he was a pretty old man by the time he wrote that. I said so, but he was an old man by the time he wrote that. I think he lived to be either 80 or 90. He was really old, but well respected as an Italian journalist and satirical, an Italian journalist, satirical author, and children's book, like tale author as well. We're just going to point out the letter. Yep. And then we have... Right, it's this one. It's the mechanical vessel. That's what I was trying to look up. Was the whole mechanical cryptic vessel and its decryption. Do we have that weapon, though? We may not even be able to do anything. So this one actually requires a specific weapon. I want to say we didn't grab that one, which, wow, that is kind of lame if we have to do that in the New Game Plus.
I want to give Alidoro's...
Yep, that's exactly what happened. We did not take Frozen Feast. And because we didn't take Frozen Feast, we actually can't get the contents of this cryptic vessel. We're stuck. This calls for a bit of not officially sponsored by Starbucks, or unofficially for that matter, Frappuccino. Also, while I'm right here, I'm gonna do a quick and dirty edit. All I have to do is change one detail in my overlay before we really get started. It was a thing I forgot to do. I'm sorry. But this gives me time to go over, what's going to happen from here. There are two people we need to confront and a person we need to save. The person we need to save is Geppetto. The people we need to confront are the Red Fox, who assisted in the attack on the hotel, the attack that the Black Rabbit Brotherhood executed. We already bribed our way out of a fight with the Black Cat. Now we need to probably do the same with the Red Fox. Almost done with the edit. There we go. Well, that was pretty quick and painless. The other guy that we need to confront is Simon. All roads point to him. Lacecia was guarding him, or excuse me, Adriana was guarding him, and so much more. And what happened last time, apart from that, was we tested a new weapon, the Ouroboros seal, I think? Ouroboros' eye. And we also, unfortunately, witnessed the mental and emotional seppuku of Polendina, and everybody else feeling kind of sad because Miss Antonia has finally passed on. Even though she was more or less cured of the petrification disease, I'm willing to bet there were far too many organs that were critically damaged in order to have her actually come back to us. So we must instead live on in her memory, because Polendina sure won't. I guess I can't blame him. He loved her. He loved Antonia. I just don't know how to parse that. That an awakened puppet. Maybe it's essentially like Juliet committing suicide after being unable to save Romeo, or him having him die.
Stalker, please.
It's so strange. Had to have been a clear inspiration. That lovely little tale. Maybe we'll, at this point, what I think we're starting to see in gaming media is we're reinterpreting literary classics as video games. And you know what? I'm here for it. I want to see a reinterpretation of Romeo and Juliet as a Soulsborne or Souls-like, where you get to control either Romeo or Juliet. It could be a Tales of Xillia scenario where you get two different endings depending on, which characters get involved. All we got to do is go to the Ascension Bridge and go find Geppetto and the Red Fox, because we can't do the other thing. But we're already human. We've already gotten enough humanity. All we have to do is make the correct choice with Sophia. Hopefully we can save her, but if not, I don't want her to sit there and suffer in Simon's machinations. She should know peace. There's the blue butterfly. Oh my god. What the hell? That's grotesque. That's...
Oh, God.
You damn right.
So much. I want to be free. Please.
What do we do? I don't know. I can't make this choice. I think she wants to live, but what will you do? You have to decide. You, not me. Keep her alive, perhaps against her wishes, or give her peace. It's your call.
Give her peace.
Thank you. I was trapped for so long. So much torment. So much pain. Take my ergo. I will be with you to the very end.
You got it. Now, chat, this is the critical part. Did we do everything right? I will make sure Simon pays dearly for his transgression. And our hair is gray. This is what I was waiting for. Shadow Flower, I think of you while waiting in the rain. Take me away as I am exhausted in the dark. Shadow Flower, the tears of the blue fairy locked in the glass birdcage. Her true power was the ability to move time. Yep. You cut her apart. You cut her to ribbons, Simon, just to find that out. My blue fairy. I'm sorry, I'm having a hard time.
We did do the right thing, didn't we? I trust you. Let's keep going.
Yeah, Simon, you're a depraved piece of shit. And you will burn for the things you've done. I will see to it myself. And of course your cronies would be here to the very end, guarding you, protecting you from your consequences. Come on. Come on, walk this way. Wow, you're even willing to booby trap and your own. We already knew he experimented on his own, but the just setting men up to die That's like extremely depraved shit. This is a pretty picturesque view. If it wasn't for having to kill people, it'd be a lot prettier. We're gonna rebuild Krot for the people who actually deserve it. Not Geppetto, not the alchemists, not the stalkers, but puppets. The puppets were the real victims in all this. And the dead people who could no longer live life. Those are the real victims. Even Vanini. I can't excuse his part in all this. The best thing you can do, Vanini, is go somewhere else. Krot will be a town for puppets. By puppets. Inside the Arch Abbey. I feel like we're right before the first kiln. Like, this would be the sort of comparison I could make. It's like we're climbing out of the kiln, the great kiln in Dark Souls. I forget if it's 1 or 3. You sort of know what you're dashing towards, and it's just the little bits of resistance left over. And I wonder what Geppetto's role in all this really was. How much did he help Simon? How much did he help, is Geppetto just, like, taking advantage of unfortunate circumstances? Or did he help precipitate this? I'm being really reckless, and that's gotta stop. Can I just say that the musical score is really nice? Like right now, it feels fitting. It's somber, sad, and it represents the torment and pain that Simon put Sophia through. And I'm willing to bet that, Valentinus is perhaps, rolling in his grave. Stop. were you guarding in here to make... Was this even worth the, you know, negative in resources? Yes. Yes, it was. That's good. The game better not be giving us any more weapons outside of, like, boss drops. I can't wait to see the weapon that Simon Manus is gonna make for us. These guys have a particularly strange swing arc. I'm not used to it. My apologies. I definitely shouldn't be losing pulse cells to these idiots. But I am. Because I'm bad. Never gets easier to admit that either. Because you'd think after the previous Soulsborne titles, I'd learn not to be bad, but... And got the second guy over here. Yeah, I died because I was an idiot. I deserve this. I deserve that death. I need to adjust my block timing so it's actually perfect, instead of blocking in anticipation of and letting go. If I block too early, I should just, or if I time it too early, I should just hold it down. That's the thing I gotta work on. You don't have to be perfect or bust until New Game Plus. Yes, please eat all that acid. That was like really close. So are we gonna confront the red fox like right before Simon, or I definitely don't want to attack her again. We could just leave her where she is. It's fine. and then we have these two guys. Luckily, we can get them. Well, you know what? That's fine. I aggroed them and then stayed in a corner. That's not permissible. I deserve that death. Let's change up our equips. Also, we have a second Legion arm, which we will probably let's see. Let's switch this Legion arm to Fulminous. And let's use Falcon Eyes here. Might need Aegis for Simon or the final guy. Yeah, and Falcon Eye, like pressing left on the D-pad will change the weapon over. Let's see how much better or worse our two-hander's gonna be. I'm sorry, you guys reached over the steps? Okay, and the Legion gauge is actually one and the same here. It's not like durability where it's definitely separate. Yeah, let's actually get out and go from there. No. Stop breathing fire. Good God. Absolutely gross. Change out the Legion arm. Please don't tell me you heard that. Nope, just back up. Goodbye. Okay, so yeah, we're definitely earning Pulse a lot, or Fable a lot faster. These can be Legion cartridges now. Legion mags. Okay, there's a limit on that range. Got it. This is probably how far away... No, gotta be closer. Okay, and then we've got the big guy. Yeah, that's right. My Legion arms are the best in the world. The most powerful Legion arms anywhere. Now, if I can just get a few mooks to charge our Legion arm, or Legion with, that would be fantastic. But just in case, gonna pop one of those lovely little, oh, can we... No. And there's nothing here either. For continuing, we don't want to run into the Black Rabbit Brotherhood situation where our weapon nearly broke after we fought that trio of bad guys. Okay, so it's not like there's a broken staircase. It was more of a... This thing was built tiered in the first place. That's fine. It's nice to be able to look back and see previous areas you've been to for a sense of direction and scale. Is there anyone... just in case... You're gonna walk over, my dude. I could probably get you with the fulminous if you walk over here far enough. That was your mistake. You should have just kept firing your Rudy Tooty point and shooty little device there. That would have saved you a lot of trouble. Yeah, I'm definitely getting... hello. Yep. I'm definitely getting, like, first kiln vibes from this place. The atmosphere is just undeniably so similar. Anything? Well, if you wanted your tower climbing simulator, here you bloody go. Now, what I'm gonna have a tough time telling is whether we go up the stairs or up the elevator. We're gonna go up the stairs, unless I see something major, and then we'll take the elevator. I'm really not bloody sure. It's difficult to know how to advance when it's a first playthrough. Hello.
Ciao, Bello. I had a feeling you were no ordinary kid. but I never expected to meet you here. It's a trivial matter. Everything is trivial in this part of the business, reward or no reward. The reason for kidnapping someone, or for blocking your path here. But if some audacious behavior helps my brother see again, that's a different story. In all honesty, I don't want to fight. Not you, at any rate. For one, it's a damned hassle. And why should I go out of my way to satisfy an employer who didn't pay me enough? It's not too late. We don't have to fight. Just show me some kindness, and I might change my mind.
Fine, Miss Red Fox. Have your gold coin fruit. I want your brother to be able to see again. This time.
Thank you. This much? It might even cure him entirely. It's not fair, the way I've been harassing you. You're the only one who's ever been kind to us. I swear on my life as a stalker that your father is safe. My employer promised not to harm him. Go on then. Go to him. Geppetto's waiting. I never even introduced myself. I'm Claudia. If only we had been friends from the start. But I suppose it wasn't possible. We were both protecting something, and those things weren't compatible. We didn't fit together. Hurry. Please. Go to your family. Go on.
Go see your father. I get the feeling this was the correct way to go, but I'm not 100% sure. There's a poor sap who'd been locked in here. I don't want to open the door. Look at Geppetto just staring holes at us. Like, I see you, you little puppet. You better open this bloody damn door. Or my name isn't Giuseppe Geppetto. How do I do this? I actually need Mr. Geppetto for a print screen. How am I going to do this? There. That's perfect. He's right in view. All right. Sorry, you guys got a little peek behind the curtain there. I keep tons of photos for various things. Gotta clean out the OneDrive. Not that I plan on using it, but I need Mr. Geppetto's likeness for a few things. So I need to be able to just take the snip myself.
It saddens me to see my precious son in a place like this. I wanted you to grow up as a good boy in a peaceful world. And yet, I think all I've taught you is blood and violence. This will be the last time I ask. I promise. Simon has gone completely mad. He's trying to become a god by using a tremendous amount of ergo. I don't know what kind of world he wants to build. Perhaps there's no stopping him. I trust you, my son, and I'm ready for any outcome. But I don't know what you think of me. Speak truthfully, for my sake. Was I a trustworthy father to you?
Yes.
I see. I have the courage to carry on because of you. Put an end to it all, and come back to your father's side. Remember the happy family we once were. We can become that again.
I would stab you through the gut right now, Geppetto, but I need to lie for your sake. This lie I sort of knew about, because let's look at a few things, Chad, okay? First, there's the whole deal about the puppet frenzy, which he hasn't provided a damn answer for. He's the one who made the Grand Covenant. Romeo had to tell us a 0th law. We didn't even get that from Mr. Joseph over here. By the way, Giuseppe in Italian is Joseph. That's the English name equivalent, is Joseph. So I'm gonna call this guy Joseph from now on, because it's accurate. If we were his beloved son, he wouldn't send us out to bloodshed. He'd solve all his problems himself. But no, he got his son to get involved. A puppet that I'm not even sure he's pantomiming any real sincere emotion for. This guy is a piece of shit. Give me Geppetto from the Disney adaptation. That guy was more stand-up than this guy currently is. Now, as an aside, if you guys are like, how does this correlate to the story? Why am I calling Geppetto a garbage human being here? Do I think the same thing of Geppetto in the book? No. Geppetto in the book was known for being indifferent to children, but that was about it. Like, he was always a little bit eccentric. But it wasn't like he had screws loose. He just didn't treat kids any differently than he treated anyone else, for better or for worse. And there was an early event that happened on where Pinocchio ran away from home, and the police, or the constable at that time, basically the police force for the town that Geppetto was living in, arrested him. They arrested Geppetto for mistreating Pinocchio when that wasn't what happened. Geppetto got caught in a mix-up, and it took some time for Geppetto to be let go, and not before Pinocchio had like 3 or 4 different adventures. In the meantime, the most notable one to happen after Geppetto gets arrested is the whole shtick with Mangiafuoco, the fire eater, to like translate the Italian there. Fuoco meaning fire, mangia meaning to eat. I may not have completed my Italian course, but my goodness, do I know what the name looks like.
Put an end to it all, and come back to your father's side. Son, you're all I have.
Oh, I'll come back to your side, all right. Yeah, I'll come back with a spear in your side. How about that one? I'm showing this. I'm showing him an unwarranted amount of hostility. We have other things we need to do. Oh, we forgot to read the passageway key. Oops. I was too transfixed on being mean to Geppetto for no reason. Not no reason, but like... I am not happy with Geppetto. But we're gonna get to be goody-goody with him in the next playthrough. Because if you guys notice, in the bottom center of the display is an ending indicator indicating how close I am to one ending or another. Sophia represents 2 endings and Geppetto represents 1. We're gonna get to know... Well, actually, she represents 1, he represents 1, and there's a choice we can make that's somewhere between the 2. Is this a shortcut? Is that what's happening here? We heading down? Yes, that's what I thought. We heading down, boys and girls and non-binary pals. All down, all the way down. I can more or less see all the walls here. Yep, that's what I thought. Here's the shortcut. We have a quartz. We can upgrade a Legion caliber one last time. I want to say we have a +3. I know it can't be changed here. Okay, we do have those 3. We can upgrade a 3rd, and I'm probably going to make it the Falcon Eyes here. Because I just think it makes sense to do so. Let's level up. Let's grant... Ooh, are we slightly heavy now? Yeah, okay, we need another point in capacity to make that work. That's fine. Hey there, Akanea. How are you doing? I'm good. How about yourself? Welcome on in. Welcome to a Lies of Peace stream. We're doing a live Let's Play right now. How goes your evening? Let's go upgrade our stuff in the meantime. Let's also make sure I've got my whisper panel turned on. Doing a pretty amazing? Good. Thanks for asking. Not a problem. I want to make sure everybody here is having a good time. We're in the last... So true. You know what? If they're the amazing part... And Niv, that's the most positive thing you've said yet. How's my stream journey going? Going well. Going well. It's slow going, but I'm getting there. I'm improving. I'm networking. But now let me ask you a question in return. How long have I been streaming in general? Off and on for probably this point, almost a decade now. Maybe a little bit before that. Maybe a little bit more than a decade. But my question to you is, are you a graphic design artist by chance? Because you see, graphic design artists ask me those exact questions. Worded the exact same way. That's impressive. Thanks. But I want to make sure I cut to the chase here. Because there are lots of scam artists out there, and I'd like to just separate the wheat from the chaff, if you don't mind. Yep, I thought so. So, because of what you just said, first, I'll thank you for being upfront and honest. Second, what's going to happen is, want to have a look at my work? No, thank you. I'm already working with other people, or I'm going to make it myself. Here is a nice, healthy timeout. If you come back in 10 minutes and you're an earnest human being, congratulations. If not, sayonara. Thanks for being so upfront and earnest. If you guys ever get a set of questions that look like, hey, how are you doing? And then, like, another message almost immediately, how is your stream journey going? Usually people aren't quite so meta with their questions. Even if there's like another fellow artist out there, their questions are almost never that level of meta. Most of the time, it's a graphic design artist. I see that we have a new shape change. But I wonder if the chair is glowing because we have quartz we can use. Long gray hair. Okay. So let's unlock our P organ here. Let's see what defensive thing we would like to increase. Guard regain recovery when attacking enemies. Do we have charge fable when reviving? No, that's not really what I'm looking for here. Okay, what I'm gonna do is we need to get a defensive bonus going. We're gonna go for enhanced guard regain recovery. Like I said, I really don't want to rely on anything that increases pulse cell count if I don't have to. I would rather learn how to be defensive enough not to rely on it. Oh, and we're human now. Can we use this? The Golden Lie. Ooh, we have a weapon. It's a pretty good one. A mystical wooden rod obtained from the boy's portrait. Fascinatingly, it extends and retracts at the whims of Geppetto's puppet. There are two kinds of lies. Yours is the lie that makes your nose long. The boy loved the fairy tale about the wooden puppet's adventure. At least the wooden puppet's father was kind. And we have storm attack. Trigger 3 consecutive forward attacks. And the furious golden hit. Swing your weapon to attack and defend simultaneously. Hold the attack button down to keep swinging. And then we have Legion arms, and we've got a couple of things we can sell for Ergo, but at this point, we better just hold on to the hard stuff, eh? So we get a weapon for our trouble. And that's really about it.
I always welcome.
There was a reason. Oh, right. Yes, Legion arms. Let's modify Falcon Eyes here. I think some cones have been lit. That's code for herb has been smoked. I can smell it. Yuck. My dad smokes it for pain, so I'm not judging him for having to need to smoke it. But it doesn't mean I have to like the smell. It also gives me an instant headache when I smell it, which is usually one of the reasons I drink coffee. It is my liquid brown copium. Anyone else have a beverage that they have as their copium? The thing they drink when times are tough? I'm sorry. Oh, right. We just walk up. Right? So what we're going to do now is I'm going to let you guys stare at this dapper version of Geppetto. Geppetto, in the book, by the way, was considered very poor. Not destitute, but basically at poverty level or lower. So having him be this dapper gentleman is well, he looks nice for his age, is what I'll say. And Anthony Howard does a really, really good job with voicing him. That's this guy's voice actor, by the way. You might know him for his voice acting role with Morgoth the Fell Omen. The Fell Omen in Elden Ring. It's the same voice actor. He's also done, I think, quite a few films. But I don't really know too much about Mr. Howard. You should check out his IMDb page for certain to get a better sense of that. Now, we're going to take a break in the interest of pacing. It's been about an hour anyway. I generally take 5-minute breaks around here. We play 90 seconds of ads for people on Twitch. Thank you guys for hanging out with me so very much. We don't have that much more to go. We have Simon. We have anything we might need to see before Simon, and then we have we still have the whole business with the Chosen One's Trinity Key. We've got to figure out where the Trinity Sanctum for that is. And once we do that, and we defeat Simon, it'll be time to switch over the stream one more time for the first part of the playlist. The first episode. And then from there, we'll, what I'll probably do is make a new file. Sorry, I'm talking too much before break. When we come back, I'll explain a little bit more what I intend to do if we finish the first playthrough tonight. I don't expect so, but if we do, you guys will get that plan then. See you guys after the commercial break. Thank you very much for hanging out with me. I greatly appreciate it. I am back, folks. So sorry about that. Hopefully everybody has enjoyed their commercial break. Thank you so much for choosing this channel as your place to hang out. I really appreciate it. Before continuing onward, I would like to just chill the Discord. And just make sure I switch to the correct screen here. This is my Discord. I'll put the link out in the Twitch chat if you aren't part of it already, please consider joining it. I work hard on this Discord. I work extremely hard on it. We have several bots here. Whether you're a content creator or you're someone who just wants to join a community, I am trying to put one together. It's not the easiest thing in the world, but I am trying to do it. And I've made this Discord for just that. Also, if you subscribe on Twitch or donate with any kind of periodic subscription on Ko-fi or Patreon, you do get some extra Discord perks on top of everything else, but that's about the extent of the paid shilling I'd like to do for the Discord. But I will probably be putting up an end of the week announcement tomorrow when I'm over at my client's house. Maybe before I actually might put one up before that, just so everybody knows what the next week is going to look like. Additionally, I have found out when my next client job takes place. I updated it on the calendar already, but starting from the 31st and going to the 7th of this month, the 31st of this month going to the 7th of next month, so it's basically 7 or 8 days, I'm not going to be able to do anything whatsoever for content. So I'm going to be doing my best to try to make the time we have between this client job that I'm about to take and the next time I would work for this client, I'm trying to make that time worthwhile. If you guys have any suggestions on games you would like to see, I'm all ears. Of course, if I don't see any suggestions or people aren't interested in any form of collaboration, we will continue onward with Lies of P, because Soulsborne, Souls-likes and Soulsborne titles are kind of my bread and butter. They're the thing I'm good at. They're the thing that I'm at least decent at. And I would like to showcase them. There are many great Souls-like and Soulsborne games to play. FromSoft has really and truly ushered in a new era, a new wave of games ever since Dark Souls. And the amount of space dedicated to a Souls-like has just been incredible. And to think this all started back in like 2005, I want to say. I think that's when Dark Souls 1 was released. Very impressive. Now let's go up the ladder and let's go beat Simon. Beat the puppets. Beat the carcasses. Beat Simon. Beat everybody. I don't know. I don't bloody know. We already see that we have to walk around the long way, because of course we do. Because we got a ladder to kick down, ladies and gentlemen. And maybe somewhere we'll find the sanctum, the final Trinity sanctum. Maybe we'll even meet Arlecchino himself in person. That's gonna be a hop, skip, and a jump. Assassin's Amulet. Increases critical attack. They believe the reputation they earned from working behind the scenes in the underworld would be eternal. However, fame is useless before the gallows. Right, because people aren't going to remember what you did if you're brought to justice, especially if you're an insignificant assassin, they're going to remember that you died. Memento mori. Remember that death is eternal. Stop attacking. Good God. We really could do without these lovely ladies of madness torturing us. So there was a mini-boss that kind of demonstrated these to us. These are the real-life plain Jane enemy versions. And boy, are they not fun. Just had to check for an illusory wall. Come here. Oh. Yeah, you thought about trying to press gang me into service. You thought about killing me. Too bad I killed you first. Oh my God. That was a surprise alchemist jump scare. I didn't know Edward Elric could be so lithe. I mean, in the Full Metal Alchemist anime and the manga, he actually is a pretty elite athlete. Hello. We got yet another amulet. Increases max stamina again. Puppet didn't win any medals. Yep. We're just getting +1 medals the whole way through. We're gonna get one for advance. We're gonna get an advanced medal worth wearing. I'm thinking that the Falcon Eyes would be a little bit better here against those. Much better. Yeah, that worked like a champ. That worked like a charm, excuse me. Can I tell you that I love Legion arms yet? These things are amazing. There are 3 advanced ones and 5 normal ones. The best one in the game I know is Aegis. Aegis is the one that has a shield on it. It gives Pinocchio a block, which is something you kind of kill for in a Bloodborne, where being able to block things is fantastic. Oh, we have to fall down, don't we? Although, not fall down like that. You actually want to jump down here. We actually want to do is this. And it ended up not being a very worthwhile venture. Let's reset. Hopefully those bozos on the left, I mean, they're regular enemies, so they probably have respawned. But here's to hoping we can bypass them without too much effort. Looks like it.
Did you feel that? It's like someone walked across my grave. I sense ergo everywhere. I mean, this place place is saturated with it. Like what you'd expect from a mountain of dead puppets.
I think we've arrived, ladies and gentlemen. We're at the precipice. I mean, maybe we got 1 or 2 more places to go, but like the chosen one's sanctum, but we're getting there. Ooh, an advanced crank. Awesome. We could even make the boss weapon that we upgraded to plus 10 usable with an advanced crank, which is absolutely fantastic. I feel like we're climbing the pinnacle. Where is the is it Dawn of Sorrow? Yeah, there's a track called The Pinnacle in Castlevania, the Dawn of Sorrow. That would be perfect for a climb like this. Oh god, this one has disruption on it, doesn't it? Yeah, it has disruption. You're getting the Falcon Eyes treatment. Of course these guys hit harder. Goodbye. Oh, Victor clone and disruption. That is a recipe for disaster. If ever I experienced one, that was it. I don't want to see any more of those. I want that to be the one and the only. There's a chest there. And the way forward is probably through here. Anything up here? No? I thought maybe there was going to be one last elevator. Because I definitely don't want to be fighting Victor-style clones ever again. You're getting... Oh, hello. Yep, no, you're, come on. What a nasty little pair of alchemists. The game is certainly pulling out all the stops to make sure we burn up resources here. Bring it on, game. Bring on your challenge, I say. You're not gonna best me. I would say the one in best of one, but that's a CGB special. A Covert Go Blue special, and I cannot use that line. Nor am I that good, anyway. So said Pistress number 3. I, Adriana, recorded for the brothers and sisters, praise Pistrus, the one who will swallow even God. Listen, my brothers and sisters. I, Pistrus, shall tell you about true eternal life. An angel's gift was something humans dare not enjoy. Many humans died with hope in their hearts, and the ones who lived harbored rage instead of death. Eventually, humans destroyed and burned their hope on their own. This is how the angel became the god torn to death. But today there are definitely those who survived with a blessing. They, the immortal ones, still walk around and wish for the resurrection of God. I clearly told the truth I witnessed. Now you all shall follow this path. Did we get the second book in that collection by chance? I got the second and the third one, but not the first one. Interesting. This was their little secret shrine. Everyone had a little shrine to Talos, didn't you know? 10 points to anyone who gets the guess on the NPC correct about that. There's a specific name I'm looking for there. People who know their Elder Scrolls will know who I'm talking about here. Ah, so we got one final Stargazer. That's good. Simon Manus's confession. A father is like God to his son. Even I, Simon, was no different in my youth. But the one who created me was no normal human, and my abilities were extraordinary. Your failure, too, the ability to read minds, being abandoned in front of God, meant the world's destruction. From then on, my life existed to make a world without lies. A world where no one betrays you and there's only truth, even if it's forced. Now the finale is here. Once the door is open, it can't be closed. For humankind, I, Simon, gave up being human and decided to walk the path of immortality and the truth. My body will be broken and reformed as the god that was torn apart. I leave this record in my last moments as a human. Simon Pistrus Manus. What a middle name, I gotta tell you. No wonder, you know, Simon had daddy issues. Just, ugh. How much hard ergo are we carrying? 7k? How much is required for a level up? Maybe popping one of these? Yes, popping one ought to do it. Alright, we were finally able to gain enough capacity to use equipment. We're going to... I don't know what he's weak to, if anything. We might have to figure that out, but we're going to change up some stuff. Oh, never mind. Oh, I've definitely messed up here. I have definitely messed up here. Okay, we want probably that one and that one. Maybe if we get rid of the second Legion arm, though, or the second weapon or something, we might be able to... I get the feeling we're going to be suffering disruption really, really hard. So we need to wear this. And I don't know, maybe I think decay would be the other status, or corrosion resistance. All right. Oh, the Legion arms have weight. Okay. Yep. Also, we want to change this. Lysatia was weak to decay, but I'm willing to bet that our friend Simon here is weak to fire. Let's just unequip Falcon Eyes here. We're probably not going to be using our Legion arm that much. Now, how BS is Simon going to be? I need to know this for my own sanity. Hello, you big freak. Miss me? God, halitosis. And toe fungus. Oh man, those blood vessels are quite popped. You should really go to a doctor. Get that checked out. Oh, I forgot. You did this to yourself. You gave up your own bloody arm for this?
This is Ergo. Is it not magnificent?
No.
Distilled immortality and a key that opens a world with no lies.
This is the Grey Hulk gone wrong.
Key that unlocks true evolution.
I think it's devolution, my friend. De-evolution. Regression.
Give thanks. Ergo is a gift from me, Simon Marnis, who will transgress even God.
I think God's angels would transgress you.
Your God, who will be born. No!
Oh man, you're really... Usually godhood is this kind of thing that takes thousands of years and...
Everything you have, offered up Geppetto.
Yeah, this is what I get for trash talking Simon a great deal. I'm sorry. What a ballerina. Peak male body. That's what I have to say about that. Jekyll, meet Hyde.
This is evolution. Behold, as I discard this fragile body.
Holy fuck!
Witness me as I grasp the power of a true god.
Damn, dude, you need to go to the ER. Actually, I don't think a single surgeon in the world will be able to fix this. You did this to yourself, buddy. Also, look at all those extra mouths. I'm sorry, can you tell I'm having too much fun with this? There it is. The titular god that was shredded and destroyed by Simon's followers. The god of fingers, who ate too much honey fruit. Or maybe haim. I forget what the One Piece fruit is. They're touching. Oh, Simon. I mean, I'm gonna die to you, but... you were truly beyond redemption. I can't get close to him, though. He used exactly one wish stone, I think. We get to go through both phases again, folks. Touched by God. You know, in the Bible, it is often said that if God looked upon a man, that man would die. If God spoke to a man, he would die. Only certain people were ever allowed to speak to him. Simon, I'm fairly sure you don't fit the descriptions of any man I've ever read about in biblical literature or in the Bible itself as someone who would touch God. Now, I know that this is not the same God. Let's get that straight, but I'm choosing to have fun with the theme here. Simon would just straight up die. That's it. Show's over. I can move on to the real villain, Geppetto. Geppetto is more insidious than Cruella de Vil and Ursula together in a 2-on-1 duo, the sea and the land. So, more evil than Jafar, more heartless than the Grinch. I can go on, listing Disney villains and other villains here and there. Let's do this.
Show me everything you have, Upward of Geppetto.
I like this version of you better. Ah, you can shoulder check me, okay? It's like Simon can barely control the body he's using. Like, he's not quite used to this form. And it isn't until phase 2 where he becomes more competent with it. We've got huge reach. He can just... Okay. I need to... Let's not trash talk Simon any further. Guy has so much reach. You never really... I should never really... Yeah. That's fine. We used too many pulse cells on the first phase anyway. Too many pulse cells. We need to go through and not use any pulse cells during the first phase. Or use like one. We got away with like one with Lasacia. We're not going to be able to get away with even that with Manus. I need to find a way to muscle in some Legion arm uses. Not really going to get the chance to do that during the second phase. Nope, run away from that.
If you want constant pain, I can apply. Better yet, how about death?
Yep. Okay, there's the shoulder check. Yep. I thought he would have more agility. I don't know why the camera's hyper zoomed in like that. Zoomed out like that. Excuse me. Okay, they're gonna home in. Damn, dude, do you mind chilling for a second? I need to not use wish stones. I need to stop using them. He gets harder the more you, like, the more you stumble and fall. The more you falter, the slower you are, the worse he gets. Oof. I'll get you yet, Simon. This is definitely giving me Gwyn vibes from Dark Souls 1. Like it's got the essence of Gwyn baked right in. He's a hard, oppressive boss until you learn how to beat him. And once you do, he's kind of easy. Lencesia was the really, really difficult technical boss. This guy, not so much. What are you doing? What a real swan. Yep. Use every little time I can get to grind. Because it's time to grind. I don't know, I do not know how time to grind is doing, but I hope he is doing well in life.
You face godlike power. Your time is
Nah, I'm gonna get away from the edge. Are those like veins or arms on the backside? What is going on with you? Oh, okay. I'm a little too freaked out by Simon right now. Kill me. Gonna start chucking out attempts that make me use more than one pulse cell. I cannot be doing that. I need every little bit of juice I can get for phase 2. Gonna start chucking out the bad phase 1s. We're here for 4 hours because of that. So bloody be it.
Show me everything you have, Aqueduct Geppetto.
Alright, like, stop being greedy. Yeah, kill me. Too much. Too much. Yep, do it. Bad start. We have time for one more attempt, and if it goes longer than 4 minutes, I'm gonna take a break. And when we come back, we'll keep right at it. No need for shilling. I will time that. I will start meting out those a little bit better to go along with the content. I want you guys to be able to have this uninterrupted, and I want to be able to get good solid practice. I have personal and professional reasons for doing what I do. Promise. Alright. Focus coin. Q. Nope. Just gonna let you do that, friend. Are you gonna start off with the Omega attack, are you? Yep. It's break time, kiddos. Ladies, gents, non-binary people, everybody. We're learning things. While I'm taking a break, I will look up to see where the Chosen One's Trinity Sanctum is, and if there's a lock-off point that depends on Simon Manus being alive, then we're gonna go find it first. Hopefully we didn't miss out or mess up by dealing with Geppetto and the Red Fox. For those who haven't been here in a bit, we take 5-minute breaks around here. 5 minutes, 90 seconds of ad time. Thank you so very much for hanging out with me. And when we come back from the break, it's time to shake and then bake. See you guys then. Thanks. I'm back a little bit early, I think. I think we took a break. No, wait, I want to say we're right back on time. In either case, welcome back, everybody. Good to see ya. Have you been How are you enjoying the commercial break? Or hopefully you guys enjoyed the commercial break, whichever one of those came to pass. As I said before, I'll shill later when I think it makes more sense to do. But before continuing onward, I have a little addendum, a little detour we need to make. So, well, actually, I guess the gold coin fruit means we have 2 detours we need to make. Hey, sorry to say I can't stay and can chat, but if you can, would you message me on Discord after? Love ya. Hey there, Mr. Owen Darcy. Good to see you. How are you doing? Hopefully you enjoy your stay here. I will definitely chat with you after the stream. I don't know when the end of that will quite be yet, but I will chat to you in private. You've got my word on that. Let's go grab these gold coin fruit. We used quite a few wish stones, and I'd like to be able to use them a little bit longer. Just a little bit longer. Actually, Gyanjo, what do you have to say in all this? Do you have anything to say regarding our friend Simon? Did you perhaps maybe... And I use friend very loosely here. Did you know about him?
Stalker, please.
Nope. Gyanjo is just... He's gone, chat. He is so gone. All he does is sell us wish stones now. How incredibly garish. Oh well, we can at least pick up our bounty and wish stones.
Please.
Got 17 in storage, which means we have 2 cube uses, and that's about as... That's pretty good. It's not 3, but it's at least 2. Also, we have quartz we should go and slot in. We can at least get some kind of benefit out of what we're carrying. I really can't believe we're coming up on the end like this. That after Simon, there really is just the whole matter of what we do with Geppetto afterwards. Okay, so we have survival, so it's just ability type now. Let's get the perfect guard fable charge enhancement. That may be marginally useful in the fight to come. Do we have any more? No, we only have that one thing. That's fine. So, regarding the Trinity Key, we technically found the place or the location for it back way earlier. We need to go back to the outer wall, and we need to do a bit of climbing. Because not Arlecchino. Vanini needs to have some closure with his story. He's the only person we haven't really quite gotten closure on yet. Okay, so how do we handle this? We go to the outer wall, we climb up. I'm having to kind of remember things, so bear with me a bit, guys. Climb up. We climb up again. Maybe climb up here. Let's see, do I recognize the room we just came to? Yes. So here what we want to do is drop down twice. This stick will break. Oh. Let me go, good sir. Thanks. Yep, it was this door right here. Really?
Oh my, an actual factual guest. I bid you welcome, puppet of Geppetto. This is our first face-to-face meeting, isn't it? And I hope you weren't too attached to the rhyming. It gets to be a chore without the transmitter to help. Welcome to my sanctum of riddles. I admit I did not really expect you to make this journey in person. Oh, the havoc you must have wreaked along the way. Was there much blood other than what's all over you? I know all about those alchemist cowards. Hiding away on their island, growing more monstrous by the day, refusing to acknowledge either fact that they are hiding or that they are monsters. And how about you? Is this the real you? Or are you still practicing the liar's art as only you can? You must answer. The question is simple, but I repeat, you must answer. And that answer will show what or who you are. Who you have decided to be. Now listen closely and heed the king's speech, or the answer to this one will stay out of reach. Are you a puppet or a human being? Which one are you? Are you finally, you understand! Yes, we are human. We may be trapped by ergo, but we live, we think, we love, we hate. They have locked us in the prison they call puppetry. I learned this truth long ago. That is why I've been exacting my revenge against them all ever since. Blood and revenge, revenge and blood. It's the only thing that truly drives me. And it was so much fun. Even if you're lying right now, even if you don't believe your own answer, the truth is clear.
proof is evident. Only humans practice deception so intensely for reasons that are so unnecessary. Well, these moments of clarity are enjoyable. And the rhyming, it helps me maintain focus. At least it helps me hide the urge to kill that I feel every waking moment. But no play can go on forever. No. It was fun while it lasted, son of Geppetto. The king of riddles shall now retire.
My heart is pounding. We get yet another quartz that unlocks the final P organ, by the way.
The play is over. You don't have to go home or straight to hell. Well, that would be my choice. But you can't stay here. Not if you want to live.
How did you call?
Aren't you curious, son? Don't you want to know? Oh, of course you do. Delicious.
What a serial killer.
Time is all I have left. But your time is limited, Geppetto boy. I will gladly waste every moment you have if you like. It's your life. So, come on. Now or never. This tower is absorbing all the ergo in craft. It was built in this precise location because it's the most efficient place in the world to study and use ergo wavelengths. But it's not even about me. Or you, either. This is about the goddess in the tower. Now she, is worth saving. Her powers are impossible. Her knowledge is endless. She is more, well, awakened than any of us.
You mean Sophia, don't you?
You see, she has so much power. It's not like she'll miss just a little. So, they've simply been sharing. Why bother? Well, I was bored. Is there any more human motivation in all the world? What if I made a puppet of a human? The way they made humans of puppets. What could possibly be more fun? More suitable?
You are one demented being, good sir.
The play is over.
Are you a serial killer? Really? You know, there's a piece of all this that's been puzzling me, and it's how Miss Adelina died. The opera singer we were supposed to meet, how did she die? Were you behind it?
Ah, your eyes are sharper than your wit. You found the gift I left behind. Wasn't it a sight to behold, huh? I learned from an alchemist when I served him. Thanks to him and his surprisingly low pain threshold, I learned the location of their secret island. Humanity sullied its own sanctum long before I found it. Blasphemed against itself, against us, by playing God. But I'm an artist. Murderer is a word the humans use to restrain us, to make us refuse our strength and power.
So yes, you're admitting to it.
An artist of blood. I have to admit, sullying that particular sanctum was, well, fun. Even now, the memory is enough to make me shudder with something approaching joy. If only I could relive that triumph. The plays.
What do you know? If you're the serial killer, you killed Vinny's parents. Tell me why.
Vanini? Oh, a beautiful fool, but a fool nonetheless. A mere slip of a boy when I met him. And did he ever thank me for making him an orphan with my bare hands? For giving him everything he has on a silver platter by removing the dead weight holding him back? Of course I'm not sorry. It was a delectable murder.
You are a heartless jerk.
Of the many I have committed since, the Beninis, they have to be my personal favorites. They engineered the very first automated puppets. Enslaved puppets without even understanding what they'd done. I didn't go there to take revenge for what his parents did. I mainly just wanted to slaughter them because they were so damned happy. Oh, what a great memory. In their last moments, they begged me not to kill their child. So I didn't. I'm not a machine. I have free will. I made a choice in the heat of the moment. And it was a choice driven by that most human of emotions. Curiosity. If the child survived, would he be traumatized for life? Become a coward, a vengeful puppet-hating bigot, a despairing wretch? Would he fling himself into the sea? Would he remember the devil that orphaned him before his eyes was a puppet? Would he remember Arlecchino? Not surprisingly, the alchemists and people of the workshop were as artless as I expected, concealing the truth. Thanks to them, I get to see Manini endure twice as much pain. I cannot control myself. Oh, it's so satisfying. Manini is one of my greatest accomplishments. Perhaps even my masterpiece. I suppose I can return this. I've held on to my little souvenir for quite some time. Tell him it's a little something to remember me by.
Moon World Warrior Toy. A souvenir from the family murders obtained from the King of Riddles, Arlecchino. It is someone's handiwork left unfinished. The boy's thoughtful parents wanted to make a toy inspired by the warrior in the Fantastic movie for their beloved son. However, their toy was never finished.
The plays.
Do I get...
The plays.
We can kill him. We're going to. What a demented little puppet. So we're going to give him that toy. I still think I need to lie to Vanini, but we've technically accomplished the ending. So I'm just going to make sure I do this right. This is a 100% playthrough, so I am trying to, like, show everything I can. I want you guys to be able to see it. All of it. It would be nice to say that I did this all without reading, but that isn't entirely true. I've done enough reading to get by. There are a couple things we missed because I didn't read ahead. But I want to say 90 to 85% of this was just me exploring and going back and checking everything over and over and over again. For the most part, this is going to make the first time experience approach more like 85%. Not reading ahead. Nope, that is the incorrect wiki. This would be quests, right? No, I need to do a manual search for this. Just want to make sure I don't miss the chat any. You really don't want to be looking at your phone too much while you're streaming, because then you're not paying attention to people. How's everyone enjoying the game? What do you guys think about Arlecchino? I know what I think. I've been mentioning it the whole time I was listening. I don't like the little puppet. I mean, it's the memories of a serial killer inhabiting a puppet, so I'm not surprised at the dementedness, but there's like Riddler levels of low, you know, the Riddler from Batman, or like Mr. Freeze, where there are reasons to understand the men who commit crimes. The Riddler was known for a lot of kidnappings, and Mr. Freeze only ever committed crimes in order to try and resurrect his dead wife. Spoilers, I know, but it's something that you can read in many, many comics over, so it's a really, really old spoiler. But then you've got people like Joker who just want to watch the world burn, and while depending on which version of Joker you're looking at, you know, the backstory might be tragic. Even so, there's almost no forgiveness for a person like that. There is nothing that you could do or say to snap them out of it. They snapped long ago, and the best thing you could do is to actually just put them out of their misery. When a human becomes that far gone, to the point that they value nothing save for their own twisted emotions, and that value lasts for like the blip of a second, no, you kill them. You actually murder them straight up. There are very, 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 very few people that I would ever advocate for the outright assassination of, because I think most people can be redeemed. The Joker, people like the Joker who have long since like snapped and have no shred or very little shred of their humanity left. I don't know. That's where that line starts to blur. And at that point, it's like, well, do you kill him in order to save the many, many lives that would undoubtedly be destroyed? Or do you attempt to reform him all the time, even if every attempt at reformation, if you knew every attempt at reformation for someone like the Joker would be a failure, would you still continue to try to reform them? Would you pull a Bruce Wayne and just never kill your villains? Or would you perhaps realize at some point, at what point are they irredeemable? You know, maybe you don't seek their death. You don't outright go after them to kill them, but if, you know, they were to fall to their death, you wouldn't probably save them. You would let them reap the consequence of that. Death. You reap what you sow, right? I know, I said the bad words. I said several bad words. Kill, murder, assassin, assassinate. But we just watched a serial killer breakdown of someone who wasn't a puppet whose memories weren't even the slightest bit remorseful. I think we have passed the point of demonetization long ago. Absolutely. Just absolutely. There is no redeeming what we just heard. But I suppose when you say, well, why do you get to decide who lives or who dies? Nobody gets to live or decide that, right? It's never in the context of deciding someone's life or death. It is almost always that type of decision to go through and actually kill someone for any reason, except by complete accident, of course, is almost always done in context to something else. There are only two types of crimes in this world. One's tied to greed, and one's tied to folly. Most of the time, I actually shouldn't say most of the time. It's really about an even 50-50 split when you look at history. And people have killed for far less than the stakes of the world, or to stop someone from terrorizing tens of thousands of people or entire nations of people. People have killed over less. People have killed over a grain of gold or food. Just all I want to do is search this toy. I may need to actually go to the other wiki and see if there's anything. Okay, let's see if we need to lie. The Fextra is just not gonna give us any information on this, so all we can do is talk to our good friend Vanini. Hey, friend.
The toy? But how? The toy my parents made me. You've met him. Arlecchino. We had just watched one of my favorite films, I remember. I begged them to make me the warrior from it. If I had it, would my parents still be alive? Would we have been untouched by that murderous puppet? I've always blamed myself. It's a hell of a burden for a child, that kind of guilt. So I hung on. I hung on to the Grand Covenant. I wanted to use it to keep people safe. You know, in many ways, I envy you. Your strength. Thank you for this. Talk about closure. I always welcome...
The story about the prince. What? I could, you know, honestly, Arlecchino, your death couldn't have happened to a nicer guy. I just gotta say, death couldn't have happened to a nicer man. Oh, I'm glad we checked.
Might I have a moment, puppet of Geppetto? Ah, good. I was a bit concerned my voice wouldn't even reach you. It has been so very long since I spoke out of turn. You see, I too have been awakened. I have an ego, as Master Vanini would say. And I have been this way for some time. At least since Master Lorenzini was a child. He had no one else, you see. His parents. I'm sure you've heard of their terrible fate. And he had to see it all. But Master Lorenzini is stronger than most people suspect. A puppet was the killer. We both knew it. But if we had told the authorities, they might have removed me from the household as well. The young master would have been alone if I had been taken away. If only I could have saved them. Now I atone for that failure by thinking only of Master Vanini's prosperity and happiness. But even I did not realize how deeply he still held that trauma. How badly that murderous puppet had scarred his soul. You have set him free. I cannot thank you enough. I am not accustomed to sharing such thoughts or feelings. But when it involves Master Vanini, please accept this gift as it truly comes from the heart. My own. We will always roll out the red carpet for you at the House of Vanini.
You got more to say, friend?
At the House of Vanini.
I always will.
Okay, there's one person who is...
You are here.
Who hasn't unalived themselves. What a bloody relief. We're going to... It's a technique weapon. Sure, we'll put some advance into it. That way it can at least scale with some of our damage when we get ready to actually... Our damage stats when we get ready to use it. Now, let's go crank out the last P organ and get that final wish cube use. Or, what was it called again? I'm sorry? The cube. It is just a cube. The cube. And now I present the cube. A square pillow to fill your square-shaped hole. The pillow hole. I'm sorry. I thought of that commercial and just had to say it. I had to say something. Or ergo loss on death. We actually don't need these. Instead, what I think I'm going to do... Let's boost Legion magazines, maybe? Oh, except we only get a level 1 variant. I bet that's in New Game Plus. We can only have one of each. And we might as well get a powerful one. Sure. That's it. I think we got all the quartz in the game. Or all the quartz we're ever gonna get in this game. And, I think it would be very fitting if we finally use this costume. The cape worn by alchemists. It is made of luxurious fabric, befitting people who take pride in being the masters of Krot. The alchemists believed themselves to be Krot's true masters. Naturally, the clothes they wore were so elegant and luxurious that they were said to wear Krot's wealth on their shoulders. We never did wear this either. We might have to do that later. And we have the red... Oh, hang on. Did we ever read this? I don't think we did. Let's fix that. The mask worn by the Red Fox. It is a mask of the aristocrats, crafted with sophistication and refinement. After turning her back on her house, her sole interest was her younger brother that she had found on the streets. She had sensed the boy's guilt long before, but she accepted him as her sole family. Yeah, so she was really protective of the Black Cat. Claudia was. We should use her own name because she introduced herself as such. Whereas dear old Giuseppe is getting the Joseph treatment. He will not be Geppetto, and he will not be Giuseppe either. He will be Joseph. I will debase him with a regular name. We ready? Are we ready to continue all this? This was a nice break. I needed the time to just kind of jive a minute. Do other stuff. But now we're ready for more practice. Time flies like an arrow, and fruit flies like a banana. Let's make sure that Simon's time flies long, but his head flies like that of a fruit. A banana. Well, I'll see you guys on the other side of all this.
Show me everything you have, Aqueduct Geppetto.
Okay, he can do a 3 fur. Actually, should not be. Yeah, it's fine. I'd rather not waste too many wish cubes on this. Or, wish stones on this type of thing. I would rather just die. Whew. It's nice that we could consistently make it to Phase 2. Phase 2 is where our real hiccups have been so far throughout these fights. I was really worried with Lusacia that we would have to use a Spectre. But now I'm gonna feel bad if I have to use one here.
Show me everything you have, Aqueduct Geppetto.
Yeah, kill me, kill me, kill me. Throw it away. Throw away the attempt. Come on. Yep. Can't be taking hits like that. Gotta just chuck that stuff out. I may need to take an extended break, as my, my moderator has been meaning to get in touch with me for a while, and I want to make sure that I give them the time to do that. So our break may be a little bit longer than 5 minutes for this last stretch. Really and truly. We still got some time, but I just want to make people aware that it may be as much as 10 minutes this time. Normally when it's longer than 10, there's usually some kind of reason that I'm not aware of. This time I'm aware of it, so I thought I would make sure I mention that now.
Show me everything you have, Aqueduct Geppetto.
If anything, I'm teaching people what not to do. How long is that gonna go on? Ah, good God, Simon. Oh, come on. Are you kidding me? Thanks. Actually, thanks. I really appreciate being knocked out of that. I feel like it's still coming. You're right, this is constant pain. Yeah, that's fine. I need to take this break anyway. That's actually been kind of bothering me. There's an internal dialogue going on in my mind, and we use 3 wish stones anyway. So I will look up Simon Manus' weaknesses and make sure I'm not barking up the wrong tree. I feel good with the overheat weapon, but it may not be the correct call. I would much rather have the correct call going forward. So I do want to thank everybody for hanging out with me up to this point. Again, as a reminder, I may be a little bit longer than expected. I'm still only going to play 1 minute and 30 seconds of ads, though. I'm really hesitant to play the 3-minute ads, or 3-minute ad segments, knowing what I know about how people feel about ads. I really want to try to avoid that if at all possible. So, I will see you guys after the ad break. Thank you again. And with that, take care, folks, if this is where we part ways. If not, I'll see you then. Sorry about that, folks. The quirks of being without water. Functioning water pipe burst under the house yesterday. So, or maybe even the day before that. It's day number 2 of functioning without running water. We have our pool. We do have the stuff in the pool, but and it will last a long time. But flushing chlorinated water down a toilet's not great for the environment. Also, can't bathe or shower unless it's at someone else's house. Literally. I can't even go to a gym to shower. That is how profoundly disgusting not having running water is. Makes me wish I had a nearby lake, and even then I probably still wouldn't plunge in that, because there are parasites and pests and stuff. I do want to thank everybody so much for hanging out here. I do apologize for the length of time that we've spent, on break. I'm not even going to shill. I was going to shill. I'm not going to do that. I have not earned that. And you guys don't want to hear that after 10 minutes or more of just sitting here in abject silence waiting on me. I looked into Simon Manus' weaknesses, just like Leticia. He is also weak to acid. So that is what we will be using. And that means we'll be switching our arm cannon. No, I don't want to summon one of those, thank you. I messed up. I honestly had no reason to mistake that for a Stargazer. We're gonna switch up our Legion arm. We're gonna be using Pandemonium. I think see, the thing is we're not actually running decay here. Or like, there is no decay. Also, how is this? So we have slash. We actually want strike. We want our strike damage to be increased. There's not any kind of slashing going on. It's all blunt. It's all going to blunt. I don't even know what to say other than wish me luck. We're gonna get Simon Manus either tonight, or we're gonna die trying. Nope. Nope, give it up. Give it up. That's what this game is. Damn it. Yep. Oh, come on. Yup. He's like, no, you don't get to exploit my stagger today. You gotta fight this the hard way. You die, Simon. You die today. Your illusory hold on the world shatters, and your machinations come to an end, little man.
So, it comes to this. The blue fairy, Sophia, decides the winner. Truly, I envy you. The puppet, my Sophia, keeps turning back time to save. Is it her sense of duty, or her contempt for me? Or does she truly care for you? I gave up predicting Sophia's actions long ago. But I'd like to hear your thoughts. Sophia, what have you done to her?
I gave her peace.
I suppose that was her wish. Sophia was always wise beyond her years.
Knowing the truth of people's minds is a curse. I would not have been able to bear it if it weren't for Sophia. Her pure heart was a tonic for my pain. That's why I wanted her. I did. But I couldn't have her in the end. So I tried to use this power to hold her. Even if these hands never could. It's fine if I'm gone. But be warned. Watch out for Geppetto.
Fallen one's ergo in the arm of God. Well, I don't want to go down quite yet. We need to go see about our lovely friend Geppetto back in prison, assuming he hasn't, like, moved. But before that, we got 2 pieces of lore to read. Fallen one's ergo. Ergo obtained from Simon Manus, awakened god, packed with immense power. The boy was among those who were made to live an immortal life. However, he was deemed a failure and abandoned, and then he set out on a journey to become a god to prove himself. I almost feel sorry for you. I mean, you've done awful things, but I can at least understand your rationale and know what the pain... I know, not implicitly, because I'm nourished, but I've watched people who are very close to me suffer through neglect and pain. I know what that's like in people. It drives you to do things, to do anything, really, just to make it stop. Hoping that the person who's doing the neglecting will finally love you afterwards. And when they never do, that's when their minds shatter. They break. And some people never realize that because your brain tries to protect you from trauma, and being adamant in trying to earn love is one way in which to do that. The Arm of God, obtained after defeating Simon Manus. It is a mysterious relic that the alchemists treated as a sacred object. The alchemists believed that there was once a god who was ripped to shreds trying to give immortal life to the humans he so loved, and they wanted to revive him. However, the god, who was deep in sleep, never answered their prayers. This almost sounds like Saint Trina, doesn't it? Just a little bit. Let's get the Ascension Bridge room. We've got the inside. It's the internal bridge here. That's where we need to go back. Now, Geppetto, I'm gonna trust that you're still in your cell, buddy. Because if you're not in your cell, I'm gonna ram you through with a spear. Damn it, Geppetto. Let's go back to the hotel. I wonder if Vanini has anything to say.
I always welcome.
Nope. Anyone got anything to say?
You're here.
At the house of Vanini.
No such luck.
Welcome to Hote.
Strange. It hurts so much.
No quartz either, just the one Legion caliber. Then that's really about it. I guess we collect some gold coins and go get some wish stones and level up and all that fun stuff. And then it'll be time to call the stream, ladies and gentlemen. I didn't think we would defeat Simon.
Stalker, please.
Yeah, I didn't really think we'd defeat Simon, but we did. I think Leticia was the hardest boss in this game. She is the most over the top. She hits the hardest. Although Simon also hits pretty hard. It's that Leticia does it so much. She does it so often. And then the second phase, it's kind of like fighting the burst from Fury. Or like a combination of the burst and the song all rolled into one. Oh, okay. I think that's about the health we're gonna get. Let's get some capacity. Trying to think. If I were Geppetto, what would I do in this scenario? I would probably have something up my sleeve. I'm trying to think. Let's assume that for a moment, everything points to Geppetto lugging around his son's body. Remember, he experimented on Romeo after his body hardened. His hardened body became a vessel in which to place a puppet, to make a puppet out of a human being. What if, and this is just based on what we were shown as the backstory, you know, where Carlo asked to be taught to be a stalker. What if he's going to use a sword? The most common weapon, especially given the training that Romeo might have, you know, granted him, would be something for slash reduction. That's personally what I think. We're wearing the best frame money can buy, as far as I can understand. Really, all we need to do is just get a better amulet, perhaps. I think we're all square, although we may want to replace this weapon with that one. Puppet, after all. That's my rationale for what we're gonna do next time. We're gonna end it here, folks. We're gonna do the usual shout-outs. No need to cut and run today. For those of you on YouTube, that's it. Thank you so much for hanging out with me. My name is Coinstamp, or Swirling Vortex, or Steven. This has been another episode of Lies of P. I mentioned before that these streams might not necessarily be 4 hours because of the thumbnails, and I meant that. They aren't going to be 4 hours. They're going to be up to the point of the thumbnails, and then maybe a bit before or after, depending on what happens. Tomorrow, don't forget, I will be streaming at 1:30 p.m. Eastern Standard Time. I may need to drop that to 1. I may need to bump that up a little bit more, because I would like to have 4 hours against what will probably be a final boss. Like, after all, what happens if we refuse, like, whatever Geppetto is going to ask of us of this point forward? We've been lying and loyal. What happens if we aren't lying, or if we're not loyal? What if we resist him? What might he do? We need to be prepared for that eventuality. It's going to be one of those, game over, yeah. One of those, are we gonna have we gonna have a boss? I think we're gonna have a boss, because the true ending almost always does have like a final boss. For those of you on YouTube, thank you. You're welcome in my hallowed halls anytime. Take care of yourselves. Stay safe. You know, the algorithmic stuff to do below. That's all I'm going to say about it. The Discord, if you want to be part of it, is in the description. And with that, we're going to move over to the Twitch shoutouts. I'm going to run 2 of them, and then we're going to just call it for tonight, because I got to be ready in almost 11 hours, basically, like in 13 hours. So, for those of you on Twitch, I usually run 2 shoutouts, and then we, you know, slough it off the Twitch's mortal coils temporarily. First shoutout. I'm going to refer you guys to X Black Diamond X. They're playing Legend of Zelda Ocarina of Time right now. If you like watching retro RPGs or like retro action adventure games, go check him out. He works really hard on his stream materials. As for the second shout out, I believe I have met this person in Reaver of Bones' stream, so please go check them out. Their name is popojo07_TLC. They're playing Once Human. I have no idea what kind of game that is. I want to say, based on the photo I'm getting, or thumbnail image, it's a shooter, but you guys will know more often than me what this type of stuff is. Shooters are not exactly my cup of tea. Metroid Prime or the 2D Metroids kind of being an exception. Anyway, go check him out. Gonna do the shout out now. That's it, folks. I also gotta edit thumbnails and descriptions so that the YouTube playlist is complete. I've got a little bit of work to do, but that's it. In an episode from now, or maybe 2 episodes, if what I think is gonna happen will be uncooperative, it'll be time for New Game Plus, and I look forward to that. My name is Coinstamp, or Swirling Vortex, or Steven. Thank you guys so much for hanging around with me as we stream later than normal and all that fun stuff. We've technically streamed for about 5 hours now, not counting the the 1 hour stream we had where we actually beat Lusacia. Yeah. Stay safe out there. Take care of yourselves. You're welcome in my hallowed halls anytime. You guys on Twitch, check all the panels below the stream or in the About Me section. That's going to be your way to get to Discord. Also, you can use the link tree. That should also take you there. And with that, goodbye, my senators and inductees. Goodbye.